Dump, dump, dump. We 3-man the bump. Oh yeah. Well, can you look in that black basket? I didn't look for the naproxens in there. A bunch of bottles that are in that black basket. My medications. And pass me the naproxen.
Why don't you take all your naproxen and separate it into like one of those the little white fucking Tylenol bottle, and that way you know those are naproxen.
Well, there's only all of them are small except for the one big one.
No, I mean the little white one you get from the store.
No, it's a big one in there.
You really don't understand what I'm saying.
There it is. I'll take my medication a bit later. Half an hour or so from this one. Yeah. What is happening? The chips are breaking off my plate here.
What plate?
This thing.
What's that?
My teeth.
Because you grind your teeth or something. I don't know. You go to the dentist, and you ask them why that's happening. You need a new one. Or get something done to it. Fucking.
No, I'm getting my lower plate done.
Well, tell me about that too. You know, you can't have, well, you know, it's new and it's breaking down. That's not good.
No, it's little chips.
Gotta,
I guess thinner stuff.
start fucking taking out the mold and grind around it and make it
Smooth.
properly. I mean, that's what they do.
Well, yeah, because if you look closely at it, it's jagged.
Every 3 months or something, you're supposed to do that.
Jagged edges on that damn thing.
Right. For the first 3 months, when you get that, they have to take another mold. Right, because your shit changes.
No, it's gotten tighter than when I had it when I first put it in. It was loose.
It changes. That's what I said.
So it fits perfect now.
Yeah, but now it's chipping all around the place. I guess.
That's fine.
Okay, yeah. You should go see him. That's important. Otherwise, it'll break down to nothing. You'll end up buying.
It needs to be ground down on where the sharp points, because there's not very much. It's not very thick, so it's breaking at those points that are really thin.
Tell him that.
Right.
No, I gotta go to mine too and go get a refit. I already got $100 on it.
Yeah.
And so that, yeah. I gotta pull in Blue Cross too. Fucking set my benefits for medical and dental and the life insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Get all that shit in the package. How you doing? With all different kinds of plans.
Where?
Blue Cross.
Really?
Like, you know, say because I want to pursue the self-employment, right? So that's what I'm gonna be looking to be doing really soon. Is kind of setting that up and kind of having that there, knowing what I gotta do. Yeah, you gotta set up a different bank account just for business, just for work, right? Employment. Nothing else. That way you get your benefits and all that, and you take it out every month or something, right? You never notice it. It's just there, separate from your home, your personal life.
There's a light already? I did too.
All
right. Hey guys, just give me 1 second here. I just noticed that my automatic I am thinking. I'll be with you guys in a second here. Here we go. So we're going to move into, I'm actually sitting in my bedroom. I was going to do the readings in my bedroom, but I've kind of decided not to. So I'm going to come out and go back to my table where I have everything kind of set up. It's just too much of a situation to do right now through, sitting in my bedroom. And there. Yeah. Bear with me for 1.2.2.2 seconds.
That means
We're gonna
5 hours.
we're gonna get over into our normal spot where we normally do all this, which is a little easier. I thought I'd relax in bed and do the readings, but I can't do that. It's too awkward. Way too awkward. So we're gonna continue with it out here. I'm just gonna go and grab my laptop, and make yourselves at home, enjoy, relax, and I will be back in a jiff. Just wanna go and get the laptop so I can see the chat in my session as well. Turn down the lights and then. Let's see what's in store now. Okay, so we gotta get this one set up again. 1 second. Yeah, that was on the news earlier. I like that channel actually. I don't mind it. All right, so we're here, and of course we're gonna get this started again. It took me a little bit. I just needed to have a break and just a little unwind time for myself for a little bit. So I did that, and I'm ready and willing to start moving with the readings again. Marathon is underway. We're halfway, not even done, like halfway. It started at like 6. I got another how many more hours to kind of work with you guys. Oh, did you see that? Oh, that one wasn't a very good match for anybody. Right there, the candle. We'll start with our smudge session. I have to get out some more sticks, so bear with me. We're going to get some balance energy, intuitive messages. At least I have the lavender one. I don't know where my lavender went, but I'm definitely going to be having to buy some new ones. So we're going to do a low light reading tonight. I'm going to lower the light in so we can have maybe a spooktacular session. I'm going to go and get the spirit box, bring it out, get that set up for us to do some spirit communication while we're doing this. And let's see what's in store beyond the veil or behind the veil, however you want to perceive it. It's totally your choice and your decision. We just like to build, a great kind of variety to the channel instead of just doing live readings all the time. So bear with me. All right, here we go. All right, so let's get this The box set up, we'll open that one. We'll get things going as far as this afterlife box. Alright, so we're going to do this again with the spirits in the back, see if there's any added messages that they want to kind of speak officially on or about. I'm going to be of service and have a understanding of how it works. I'm not even sure some days if it's even working, let alone how it works. But we manage to get through every day by the skin of our teeth for some reason. Why is it so so hard to get through some days? I'm not too sure. I think it's just, it all depends, I guess, on how you wake up in the morning. It could be, you're just not a morning person. Things just aren't going in your favor. Okay, so now we got this one. Okay, so okay, so that one's opening. Okay, so this is experience for let's run this down here. Okay, so then it's not so bright. The light in the back can go down a bit. We're gonna have spooky time. There we go. So I'll just turn it on a little bit here. Fix that. Okay, so we're ready. Who's all here? Sorry it took me a little bit. I got to relax for a minute. I almost fell asleep for a minute there, but I was so relaxed listening to some vibration music, recharging. You know how it is when you have to do that recharge every once in a while, even like a 15-minute kind of snooze or just an unwinding, just kind of being there. So we've got our little incense going. We're going to smudge a bit. We're going to clear off some energy that we had done a lot of clearing today for people. So let's see if the messages are still going to resonate into being similar to each other, that, the directions that we're trying to head in might be, a challenge, or it might be a chance or an opportunity for you to be able to assist somebody else that's going through the same emotional, kind of energy. So I'll start the channel. Smudge is done. Give you guys a bit of a smudge here too. Oops. My baby eagle feather. I'm going to call it my baby now because it's a baby eagle feather. And we're going to get, information from our spirit box, and we're going to go from there. See what happens. See if we get any maleficent energies coming through. Be interesting to hear. I'm just getting it. Okay, so now it's still as active as it was earlier. Somebody's upset. Did you know? There's a male upset in the picture. What's going on with that male? Used what? What did you use? Why is there distemper or what is all with the, what do you call them? What's going on with you guys over there? You shouldn't be any arguing at all. It's not a place to be arguing. Just be working together. You'll max him. You can take a bounce out of here right now and pretend that I didn't even know of you. How does that sound? You want to harm anybody in my household, you better be ready to deal with me in the end of the day. Really? You think so? Okay, well then we'll pull out the big boys, and then we will see how long you last. Because they all have my permission to eliminate you from the beginning. Don't bring it to the channel. It's not going to serve any purpose to you to have an attitude when you walk in here. Because you can walk right back out, or however way you got back in here is beyond me, but you can bounce the fuck out of here before I have you removed if you'd like. That's what I thought. Alright, so back to you guys, the YouTubers. Glad that we had to deal with that energy and dealt with it fast. You need a moment? Okay. Okay, so we don't seem to be having that problem with that gentleman that decided to come in here with a ranting attitude and thought that, it was going to be beneficial to be coming through, especially into my dimension, or serve purpose in our dimension for assisting others, to come in there and start making a demand of me was a big mistake. We don't put up with it here. We don't take it. Nobody tells us how to run our channel. We do it with respect, dignity, and honor that we get to be able to communicate. And just because you had a traumatic death or whatever have you that has you on the other side, it's not a reason for you to be disrespectful of that space because you put yourself there, right? So you must have been out using and you ended up having one of these overdose, kind of lost your life to the overdose, probably. That's what I'm guessing. I'm going to take a wild guess. Let's see how right I am. See how fast it gets turned around. Not being held accountable, blaming it on other. Also, plant. Okay, where's the plant? In the bathroom? The plant in the washroom, or the plant where? Which plant? Are you talking about I can't even say it. Athalasca plant? Yeah, I've been thinking about it. There's actually a place I believe I was reading. I'll have to look it up again. But we had a place actually up here that allows you to do the Athalasca ceremony. But the other one is all the way down in can't remember, but it's down by the the very northern or very southern tip of, I believe, down in Brazil or somewhere around there. It's actually an island where they do all this spirituality work, and you get to go on an ayahuasca experience while you're there. It's like a retreat almost that you're going to, and you get to experience different aspects, different avenues of things. And the guy that created this place, I did my homework on it and kind of got involved in some ideas of wanting to go there. It is very expensive to go there, and it is like a retreat, like I said. So you're looking, I believe it's like $1,200 for like a 4-day weekend or something like that. For a weekend, and you get like a selected private room. It's like like a little mini oasis. Apparently, it's a huge place. It's got everything from A to Z for amenities just within its own. Right? So it's an opportunity for someone to go experience. I do know that he ended up going on his first I can't remember, but the plant medicine, the spirit molecule, or whatever you want to call it. He did one session, and actually was a heavy like drinker, drug user, all this different things that he used. As far as like drugs and alcohol and everything was taking his life and basically wheeling him right down into the bottomless pit that he had ever experienced. Went and did an ayahuasca treatment, and off of one session, he never wanted to smoke a cigarette again. He didn't want to touch any drugs. He didn't touch alcohol. And to this day, he is sober and clean. To this day. He's got this great place. I can't remember what it is. The name is... there's a big review on YouTube about it. I can't think of the name now. Why can't I think of it? If anybody knows it, then feel free to put it in the chat. But, there's a documentary on YouTube about him and how he went about doing this kind of situations for people to help heal them. And he's turned it into quite a flourishing spiritual experience, right, that he's done for so many people he's helped. And he's never touched another narcotic or drugs or even a cigarette, let alone a drink of booze. And here I am, I want to quit smoking. Everything is considered a weakness. That is true. That is definitely true. So I want to do some introvert. I want to look internally tonight. I want to see what's going on the internal front. Okay, so these are my Cloud Oracle cards. They're more used, I find, when you're trying to uncover your own spirit energy, trying to get in tune with your own self. And I like these cards because they give you an introspect. They focus mostly, and most of them actually resonate as far as being to be of service to yourself, to allow your healing, to allow the experience to come and go as it may, wishing to reveal itself, So we have, they're called Carol. Okay, so we've got Carol here. Hi, Carol. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my humble abode. What can I do for you this evening? Oh, you're looking for justice. Okay. What justice are you looking for? For what? Is this a person? Haven't I heard? What do you mean, haven't I heard? Heard what? What's the answer that you're going to give? Okay, so I'm just going to clear the energy off these ones. They'll, they want me to know. They'll tell me. Okay, so she wants to be justified. Okay, well then, let her sit here and figure out what she wants to do. She's more than welcome to hang out here. I'm not going to tell her she has to leave unless she's causing disruptions. Then we will ask her to leave, just like we sent that one gentleman just packed now. So I don't think he'll be back anytime soon. All right, so let's see. We've got the cards, and we're doing the plow tarot. These are introspective, looking at your personal journey and taking a closer look at the personal journey that you are embarking on. So we're going to basically change it up every time we have a break. Then I come back and do some more readings. That way then I get to rest myself a little bit. They're in purgatory, so what their purgatory may be very different than ours or what we perceive it to be. It seems like they do have a pretty free range within that purgatory that they're in, but they have to be constantly engaging with others, like in the movie Others. They have to be in tune and be focusing their energy for good intentions. Yeah, pride. You have your pride there. You do it because you want to do it, not because you have to do it. It's just like living life. You live life because you want to live the life. You don't live it just to get by, right? Among us, yes. You get to hang out, in spirit, and it never has to. Every spirit, is it? Okay, well then every spirit gets to come hang out here at the sanctuary at my house. I should put a big spiritual neon sign up for me. Please enter at your own risk. I'm kidding. But maybe you should put a little neon beacon out there spiritually and let them know that people, that there is someone here that will look out for them and help them to move on. Remember the overlay of the intersection. It could be time traveling or being dropped into the purgatory dimension on a different plane. So, oh yeah. And in regards to my spiritual experience, my son that is here now, spending some time here, was here the night that I got choked in my kitchen. I was being choked in my kitchen. I can't explain it. They just kept saying, "Don't leave us, don't leave us." I wasn't going anywhere. They were thinking that I was going to be leaving them in some form or another. But it was like I was transcending somewhere. I was basically elevating myself somehow. And they were thinking that I was leaving. They always ask me every once in a while, "Must you go?" And it's like, I'm not going anywhere. Yes. The one female always asks me the same question, "Must you go?" And I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm still here. I'm going to be here. Right? So we'll see what happens. Right? We allow the energy to allow it to be, some yeah, I was literally being choked. My partner was in the bedroom and I was yelling for him, and I was trying to move the hands down from my throat, and all I could hear was they were grabbing onto me saying, "You can't leave, you can't go, you can't leave, you can't go. We need you here, we need you here." And it was like, stop choking me and let me go, right? You don't need to choke me to get me to stay. Like look at look at this. See how that is really bizarre from the lighting? It just looks like somebody just like scratched me across my neck here. You see that? It's bizarre. The shadow. I guess it's a shadow. No, it's not a shadow. Holy. It's not. It definitely is. Well, that is definitely not normal. That was bizarre. Okay, so the hands are gone. See? It's like I had a chain around my neck or something right here where it's imprinted. Somebody's energy has been imprinted on me. Not on the other side, or is it? No, it's only on the one side. Wow. It's like I'm wearing like a top, and it comes up to here, and it's like it's got a frill here. You see that? It feels like I have gone and tapped into maybe one of my past lives. When they used to wear those Western shirts. And the women used to wear the long petticoat dresses and everything. That's what that reminds me of, is that lace kind of coming up onto the neck, onto the collar. They would wear it kind of, a bit of a collar up, right? It's bizarre. Okay, so I don't see these markings ever before. It's not a shadow. It's not. It's definitely something that has marked himself there. You can see where the impression is showing up on the camera. So definitely. You see the rings? And you just said the neck, right? So maybe that's a reminder of, what happened that night. And I have them on both sides. That's bizarre. Okay. So, tell them about it. Well, I just did. And I had experienced, well, I was in that situation of my transition or my trance state that I went into when I went to sleep was my son had turned into a paramedic. My partner was the other paramedic taking down the notes of me being gone into, like, physically died, but I was still within my body. I hadn't left my body yet, so I knew it couldn't have been. I knew it couldn't have been my actual death, but it gave me a wake up call that is possibly something that might happen in regards to the lifestyle that I keep, right? Or that I was keeping at the time. Whichever it may be. We're not perfect, we're not all saints, but we all work in a different dimensional way of working, right? So my son had turned into a paramedic. My partner had turned into a paramedic. There was two paramedics here, until the others arrived, but I didn't feel like anybody else was arriving. Next thing you know, I was on the ground, being on the ground, and I was being choked, and I was trying to get them off of me because they weren't letting me go. They didn't want me to go anywhere. They wanted me to stay here with them on the plane that they're in. And I refused. I wasn't staying anywhere. This is my house, and I'm the one that's in store of it. And this is what has happened. Even my son has spent time here last summer. Can also pick up on energy and vibrations as well. He's a very smart young gentleman for the knowledge that he does have. Very knowledgeable kid for his age. But he even experienced it over the summer and was very put out by it. He was bizarrely drawn. The negative was showing up for him. But he didn't understand or take the time to want to understand how it works in my house as far as spirit and guides and all the rest, right? So it's you come into somebody's sanctuary or somebody's sacred place, and you have respect for it while you're visiting, right? And that's all, right? So they get to come in, they get to manifest through the spirit box, they get to go and come as they please. Yes, we communicate. Yes, we do. We communicate through doing cards for people. We communicate doing prayer for each other. We do, communication for remote viewing when given the opportunity to have. So yes, there's a lot of work that people don't see that go on behind the veil, as people call it anyway. Where is it? So I'm just going to finish my smoke here. We're going to get started. Right. Are we ready? For the love of Christ, don't be sarcastic when you say that name, please. Don't be disrespecting your own truth. It's not fair. That's not right. Don't disrespect yourself. Keep your dignity. Keep your integrity. Let's see what happens. Right, so let's see what the introspective cards have for us today. I'm going to do, we're just going to get an overall feed for this session in itself. And we are the song. So music is, and the frequencies, music, your personal frequency that you need to be more in tune with to be able to connect with your higher self for your benefit of your own sake of connection, right? Music has a very profound effect on people. There could be something within changing your style of the music that you do listen to. Try something different that maybe is more appeasing to your soul. It's going to offer more insight. Like, we have a magic radio that happens to work, or, well, my radio seems to be in tune. Somebody else had the same experience earlier in regards to the song that came on after doing the reading. Bizarre. But it does happen. Okay. And we went to prove and debunk it again earlier this evening, like we did the other night that I did this, and there was people there as witnesses to seeing that this actually did happen. If it wasn't recorded, you would never believe it, right? That's why I like doing live feeds, because whatever it can pick up as far as spirit energy can be shown later on. When I go to review the video, I've seen orbs shooting out of my hand when I was holding it up. One orb shot out, took right off. It was a white little tiny ball of energy, and it just went whoop, and it was gone, right? So I don't know if it was my energy that I shot at someone or shot where, it's like Spider-Man with those web kickers that you can go squeeze, and then choom, 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 and a big web shows up. It's kind of like how it goes. Something like that. Okay, just something like that. So, you get the picture, right? Yeah, there is a video. I can't remember exactly which one it is, but I will have to go through, and there is one that you see the actual orb shooting from my hand. And I've seen orbs in my dream catchers when I've meditated and then opened my eyes. I found on one of them that I created that I sold to a gentleman that, he has a very deep-minded person as well. He was into conspiracy theories and all that kind of stuff because he had a brain injury. So he was very in tune with, becoming more in tune, right? So he was feeling the vibrations. He would come and check them with me and be like, hey, I kind of heard something about that, but I wasn't too sure myself. So, it was kind of like, he came over, we'd throw some insight into things, and the logic didn't make sense at first, but afterwards it did. So we have another card that we're going to work with today, and we're going to use the shield, so protection. We're going to do meditation, music meditation if you'd like. However you want to, channel or trance, be in a trance state by doing, focusing on music, but focus on the kind that you don't normally listen to. Listen to like maybe some more operatic. It's just mostly just the notes, not actual vocals, and you'll descend. Um, you'll actually feel the difference and how it really is attainable to you. Then once you're finished doing that, go back and start listening to actual music lyrics and see how spiritual those songs really become after you've had a meditation, a moment. I've experienced where I've done meditation, woke up, done the readings, finished readings, put on my radio, and it was literally listening to the demon come through the music. And my partner was sitting there, and I said, "You can hear what this is sounding like." He's like, "Yeah." It sounded like that devil was like playing from wherever he was and sending that signal out via the wavelengths that get into people's homes and manipulating energy. I don't know. It was real. It happened, and I was not inebriated by any means. It was about, I don't know, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning when we did this, and I did a reading for someone. And after that, I went to the radio, turned it on, and for 3 songs later, it basically would not stop the demonic um, energy that was coming through. So I allowed it to come in so that I could understand it, see what its purpose was, see why it was coming towards me or wanting to be in this dimension with me, right? So um, we came to this conclusion that, it needed to pass on. It was very upset and very hostile energy. With the help of you guys, yes, you guys helped a lot. Remember that, don't worry. I keep you guys in store. Okay. Yes, water. Okay, so you have the shield and you have music, the song. So don't let your music die out. Protect yourself when you're dealing with situations. Be guarded against your energy that you're, giving out to the world. You don't have to be selective of what you're sending. And there's going to be times when you're going to need this shield to block. Okay, to block whatever negative or demonic or whatever energy happens to be moving forward towards you. Being aware of things happening, fine-tuning your skills, like living in silence and doing your meditation in a state of silence. And there's nothing on. There's nothing going to be coming through but you listening in absolute silence. You will tune into some very bizarre experiences when you do this. What do they call it? I experiment myself. And I've come to the conclusion that, I work better without a shield because I am on the shaman avenue kind of way of life, asked to be of this service. So I decided to do that. And I don't actually use a shield. The closest thing I use to protection is a white candle, white light. That's it. That's all I have. That's all and half the time I don't even draw on it. I try to, trudge through and get, to the zone that I can communicate with, you know, the energies on the other side of the veil, but in a neutral territory. I will not enter there completely. I don't want to even enter that purgatory that they're in before I need to be there. But they'll let you know exactly what it's like. I have this, so they said head, but they do actually work hard to keep it, you know, kind of. If I only knew, right? I forgot. You know how large. You're gonna have a large what? Bacon and eggs. You know, easy on the coffee. But yeah, so these are the energies that you should be focusing on, and you can do your meditative journaling to music. Remember what I said earlier about doing your just fast writing in a journal entrance. Put your headphones in, crank the favorite tunes, and just start writing. Just say, start the letter as to dear so and so, whatever your name is, and then say I am writing this in blah 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 because I want to understand myself more intellectually, more deeply as a spiritual being. And then you just rip from there. You just write whatever's coming to your mind, like thoughts, theories, questions, answers, or experiences of questions and the answers, or theories that you know are not making sense to you, but you want to find out more information on, or you want to be moving in a more productive avenue towards, you know, your goal or your personal experience to be better. And you know, yes, you're an assistant. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. My assistant from the afterlife box just confirmed she's going to be the assistant. All right, so we have more. So the more it's Mordecai Turo is what I'm supposed to do. All right, let's go. Get it together, people. Are you all right now? All right. Now relax. Chill out for a minute. Let me get through this. You know, distraction is not good for me. You know that. Um, on 3. Yeah, I need to get something. My throat just went really dry. Hang on for a second. One second, guys. Alright, I could have something. Okay, so I have some water here as well. Right, so we're gonna see how we can deal with this situation. Where is the situation? Poltergeist? It's poltergeist. Nope. Funny. Learn to spell. Okay, get it right, you guys. Ha ha ha. So these are the energies that you're being granted for your journey. The shield is for protection, protection against harm, against energies that may be coming in towards you that you don't want to associate with. Just know that you have a shield with you and it's white light. You can also envelop yourself by smudging yourself prior to communicating. If they're coming into your dimension, communicating you without your permission, you can actually throw them all out and draw a block. You know, you can do that. You have the strength. You're actually more powerful than they are in all reality. But if you are conjuring them up, that is a different state. That is a total different avenue that you don't want to walk through. That is not one that you would be any such way remotely being able to handle that experience of that hellish journey. It's not recommended for the weak of heart. Okay? You know, if you want an exciting journey, by all means, have fun with it. But don't piss off the energies because they will come back at you. And we don't have any experiences. We've never had any other involving spirit attacking us. It's only ever attacked me in the house. And that was because of the connection that I had in regards to the other side from previous situations. And it literally took me by surprise that I was going. Cherry, yes, Cherry was a foster mom of mine, and she was the one that, you know, she would spend a lot of time with me and talking with me, and I had gone through a situation where I ended up being in a foster home with them. They were very nice people. I give them credit for what they did. But at the same point, I learned how to build my own shield. Okay, when you burn incense and stuff for smudging. Always look at the meaning behind what is good for smudging. With communication for spirit is sandalwood. If you use sandalwood when you're doing spirit communication, I don't always pick it, but I usually have some on hand. But, it goes up in smoke when you're doing readings every day, sometimes twice, 3 times a day. So, stood. Who stood? Okay, so now we're going to find out some more information here. So this is basically, find the music, find the vibration or the tune that best suits your being. If you have to, put your headphones in, do some meditative work on binaural sounds, binaural beats. You can do it through frequencies and meditative. So you're basically just listening to music to unwind, and sometimes you can pull out your messages through there if your subconscious is allowing them to break through. But you do have to, find a way. And yeah, have a piece of paper close by that you can write down things so that you have them fresh in your mind when you just wake up. That is when your transition from sleeping to actual being awake in the regular purpose um, will actually also foretell situations to you. You'll end up getting cues from that experience. Um, you can do that. So that's another thing you can do and have power over. Um, um, wow, okay, let's see. There's more coming through, but I'm not sure who's going to take it the best. Which way am I going to see this? It's going to be the best. What is that? Are you eating a pear? Oh, okay. At least you're eating something healthy. That's my son. He's eating some fruit. He's going to turn into a little pear. Yeah, my little boy, my 28-year-old. Can you believe that? I have a 28-year-old son. Like, seriously. Who guessed? Who would have guessed, right? I actually have 4 children. I have 2 boys and 2 girls. So I was blessed with 4 great children, that have definitely their own idea of life. They're all on different pathways, and neither one of them can see eye to eye with each other. They're independent 100% into their own world's dimensions and likes and dislikes and the whole ball of wax. I could never see anyone's children being so separated from each other with their own identities and how opposite some of them are to the other, partners in the family. But it's kind of cute. I like it. I think it's cute. He's like 28 going on 17. He's a good kid. He tries to be helpful. He's very smiling. He likes his life. He's enjoying his life the best he knows how. Some days are better than others for him, but it's like that for everybody. Everybody has, their up days, their down days. Some days they'd rather not get out of bed. I know I don't some days, and I stay in bed till, I'm too late for me to get up for the day, and that's too bad. Then I go back to sleep, right? That's what I used to do. I used to spend a lot of time sleeping, but I'm actually making it so that I am up in the morning till the afternoon when I'm doing long spurts with this, talking with people over in the UK, doing readings for other people, and kind of scheduling it all around that. And sometimes I just feel like, hanging out by myself, hanging out with spirits and just chilling. And, if there's messages to be delivered, then they'll get delivered. So, yeah. So remember to shield yourself, protect yourself from, somebody that may come towards you wanting to create chaos in your life, and just evaluate it as that. Put your headphones in, pretend you're listening to music, but leave the sound off so they think that you're actually listening, or that you're not listening, and see what they say. But your headphones are actually off, but they're in your ears. You can still hear a person talking to you or relaying messages to you. Okay. So if that works, use it as a decoy to, finding out the truth. All right. Yeah, stay. So I'm staying. I'm not moving. Energies have become so comfortable with me being here. We just kind of all coincide and move when we have to move, right? But you can't bump into one. But there's times where I've had my bed shaken, like pushed on to like wake up, right? I've had experiences, and that bedroom is the wildest freaking thing. It's like a trip in itself. It's a trip in itself. I spent almost 2.5 months on my couch because I got too freaked out by the demonic energies and black energies that were in there. Shadow people lining up against the wall, just like all you saw was one shadow after another, the outline of a person on the wall. And it was like they were higher up on the wall, so they had to look down at me on the bed, right? So they were like taking in perception as to who I was, as to why I was being revealed to them in their spiritual dimension, right? I have pictures where there's a gentleman standing behind my head. My son's seen it. My brother has seen them. My partner has seen them in the photos. Like, it's phenomenal, the experiences that, I think back to when I was a little kid, what I would experience at my grandmother's house. I would always feel scared to go downstairs into the basement, into this one room that, we would sleep in when we used to go visit grandma. I never had a problem then. But if I had to go down those stairs when my grandma asked me to go get a canned jar of peaches or something from the little cellar thing that she had. And you're getting freaked out when you hit the bottom and grab the pickles and run back up the stairs really fast because there was something that was, manifesting itself that I was not aware of at the time. But in the videos, or it shows up in pictures of mine in the backdrop. Okay. So November. Let's see. What else? So I've had my experiences with him, and I have pictures of me in Calgary, Alberta, where I was living in this one house with my parents, my adopted parents, and I literally had my hands going like this, and I was like this, something like this, and it was like how they talk about, the all-seeing guy and, the all-seeing eye, the triangle, but my fingers were all bent kind of funny. Or no, it was like this, and I was like this or something like that. And I'd made like the triangle symbol, right? And I didn't realize it until I was, looking back at the photos and seeing that I had done like the all-seeing eye in my picture. So I'm unconsciously aware, was not aware of it happening. And then you see in the picture beside me, I had my blankets and everything kind of, positioned on my bed. And in the picture itself, we were able to zone in on a demon sitting beside me, exactly right next to me, in this blanket. And I've never been able to wipe that image from my mind. There was a dog there that looked like a ghost dog, but it was showing up in the pictures. And I've had other people look at these pictures, and they're Polaroids. You cannot get any closer than a Polaroid. They can't be photoshopped or anything. We don't have. I don't have anything that would actually scare me anymore. Like watching homemade videos or scary movies. It's just a big joke. I laugh at them. It's nothing even comparable to the situations that, as of yet, that's right, laugh. Um, they do make me laugh, and it makes them laugh too, because you know how much of a joke it is. There is energy around us that is helpful. There's energy that's trying to make right their wrongs, and you just be a conduit to offer a sanctuary. Not worthy. Some of them aren't worthy of it. No, you're right. That some of them aren't worthy of the gifts. That's why you have to take their gifts away from them. Take the gifts away. The person's not using them for good intention. They can be stripped of them. It has to be done by a higher ascended master, which my life is a number 11, and was last year or this year that the 11 came forward. I can't remember. I think it was last year that it was a year for master number 11. So I don't know what it is this year. I haven't actually done the numerology charts to find out what year this is, as far as life journeys. We do have many of them coming at any given time. So we got the shield protection rewind. Okay, we're going to do the rewind right now. We're going to review what we received. Okay, so we're going to take song and music can actually teach you more in-depth spirituality. If you're listening to the lyrics ones, you can actually pick up on the spiritual message that is being sent through the song that you never would have figured out without direction. Okay, it's hard to tune into them, but once you get that link in and you understand it, then it never leaves. You can't go back to being just basic person living in a world on autopilot. It's just impossible to do. You can't do it. If there's somebody out there that has gone to a different dimensional kind of idea of living in the 4D that's different than the 3D, and being able to move back and forth between the two. But there's a lot of people that aren't even prepared for what they're going to see up there. But use your insight and open-mindedness and be protective. Um, hop on one leg. No, I'm kidding. It just said hop on over. Yeah, I'm gonna hop on over. You know, but you can ask the guys to send you cues with music. Last summer, it was like I was in control of everything. I just snapped my finger and everything would change, and it was bizarre. My son was sitting right here with me when that happened, and I was in control of exactly what music was playing on the radio, and I wasn't even near a radio station, but it was coming up as such, and it freaked me out. But I liked it. I thought it was a cool thing. There's a video on my playlist where I absolutely turn into pure white light because of the angle of the sun. Believe that one. Okay. Yeah, that's also another one. I have people showing up in photographs that were taken at my grandma's house. I even have me in the backyard um, riding a lawnmower, and you can see in the distance a blue bodied outline of an angel with the white wings, but she was wearing a blue dress, and she's off in the back, 40, watching over. So apparently, yes. What does it mean? It means that I was being protected by the guardians and knowing that I was, um, yeah, for you guys, doing the right thing, being honest when I was a pure state child, and they wouldn't would watch over me every time I go to my grandma's house in a very spiritual Mormon community, which I don't agree with anymore. I've totally given up hope on that faith. There's nothing in there that can change my mind anymore after experiencing, this life and saying that I'm irresponsible for all this. That's a bad word to use. They're not going to be revealing Jesus anymore because that would just screw up the Lord's Prayer as far as being able to generate money. Okay, if they ended up, having to come to terms with lying to people. Larry's back. Okay, where's Larry? Does anybody know where Larry is? We were talking with him earlier. We had him on here. No, I'm not alone. I never move alone. But you can come hang out, and when Larry decides to pop back in, I'd be happy to let him talk to you. So anyways, back to the conversation. So I ended up having these photographs, and I didn't ever look at them. I was given them. My aunt sent them to me from Nova Scotia, and these were pictures from the family photo albums that my grandma kept for us. These are pictures that were left behind at grandma's, and it was bizarre because the Polaroids really spoke, and you could see a gentleman, kind of dark. And now I don't need to have any guidance that is not required. It's not going to assist me in bettering myself. Nona. Where is Nona? I haven't heard from Nona in a long time. Okay, use caution. Yes, I understand that one. I see it everywhere I go. The identity of who? Enlightenment. I've dealt with that already, I think. Kind of into my own personal understanding of it. So let's see what else is going to come out for you guys. We're just going to do the messages until the messages run out. And that's how it's going to have to be done. So we're working hard. I'm trying to get some more messages through here. So this is the introspect. We've already hit the first lesson, and we're going to review it. And there's lesson number 2. There we go. So you got the wild card. So you have the flight, or you're going to stay and make it, you have basically a freebie given to you from the spirit realm when you get this is the wild card. Okay, so this could actually be kind of partaken as the fool. Okay, the individual person, they have a name, and so this is an equivalent to the fool energy. So that's personal growth and development. Transformation, moving forward in positive, learning to challenge yourself to be able to say, I'm a bird, and envision this. Do this vision when you're having meditative state. Try to come through as a bird. Okay, you want to do the bird of flight. So you want to see, what the dimensional view is from a different dimension. or what is looking. I can't tell you guys. You guys are driving me crazy here. Shut up for a minute. Seriously, but it's allowing you to take it on a different perspective when you're flying. You're not looking down. You're seeing things from a different view. So always give options to the other views that you're being provided with, and just accept them for what they are. Use them to benefit yourself. Be able to see what's going on, right? Um, so it's a definite transformation. You have the ability to draw on this kind of energy through meditation. So exactly what I was going to mention. Um, um, self-help. But being able to see it from a different perspective and allowing to be an understanding of that dimension that you're perceiving on, right? So now you get to take that perception, put it into a meaning of learning as a learning tool for your experiences. Learn to get different perspective. Anywhere you choose when you're meditating, you can go anywhere. You don't have to stay stagnant in one spot in your bed. You can channel out the information and actually jump um, the lesson. So we've got the mirror showing. So, and there we go. The other one jumped out, head over heels. So you have the snow and the mirror. So the mirror is where you are doing your reflecting. You're looking at yourself, reevaluating yourself. Being accountable to yourself. Because you always look at yourself. You always are talking to yourself, and you look in the mirror. That little voice in your head actually can be, generated into a vibration. But you're definitely dealing with mirror energy, so this could be an interaction that you're going to be meeting with someone that is a little bit, how do you say, more advanced in their theory, more advanced in their manifestation experience. Okay, so that's the snow card. Is it going to come through? No. Nobody wants to see this. This is white light. This is white light energy blocking the symbol. You see that? I'm kidding. Let's see. There we go. Oh, no. You get a brief glimpse. And that's all you're going to get. Sorry, I tried. Try it real quick. You see it? Ooh, there we go. There she is. Now she's willing to reveal herself to us. So that's what's going to happen. It's going to end up revealing itself to you in a different form, but it will be a guide. It will definitely be someone that can guide you to the next level, right? So you're going to take this to the next level. You're going to enter into your contract of being, interdimensional being, and being able to work from that realm. Fear? No, you're not supposed to fear. Remember what I told you? Fear is false evidence appearing real. There is nothing to fear. Do not cause harm to anybody in the presence of me in my home. And you know better. Don't even try to put the fear bomb out. The fear bomb's going to bite you in the ass. So go ahead and try. Right, so there's 3. So there's, what news? Do we have any news lately? I don't think we have any. Do you? Does anybody have any news they would like to share with us? So we have three outcomes so far. 3 energies. So this is introspect. So now what I'm going to do, a pick card. I want to see what everybody's kind of communal. You can't take nothing back. Once you give it, you give it. You don't become an Indian giver because of whatever reason that might benefit you more. So you definitely have to. We're getting chunks and chunks of things. And there's a shield popping back up again. There you go. So make sure you're focusing a lot of energy on building this perfectly shield for your energy. You have to definitely be on guard with this. This is your protection. And you need to understand it for what it's worth, and how it's going to be. It's tied up in chains, and how you're going to release this energy for you to be able to harness it and protect yourself with it. Okay, so you have to really focus on your meditative situations. Your meditative state is very important when you're trying to manifest this kind of interdimensional being. That you don't actually physically grow wings, but your spirit and your energy will, so they can disembark whenever they see harm coming towards the situation. But you have to break the chains of the shield to get it Yes, that's industrious, isn't it? Isn't that kind of odd? But you have to get these chains released off of it and look after what is being given to you, right? Um, Nothing much else. Okay, so Lacey, I was trying to get a hold of you. We still have a reading to do, girl. We still have your private reading. I sent you an email, I believe, 3 or 4 days ago. So that is definitely in your Gmail. I sent you back out. Anytime is good. We can reschedule it. That's fine. So I'm gonna pull out. I'm doing a reading for her. So we have the spirit is asking a question now. That what about? Okay, so we're gonna be dealing with some spiritual energy. I'm gonna put the cloud cards away for now. Oh, getting in the way. I need to get some more velvet bags for my little friends here. They need to be protected. That's why they end up in their case every time I finish. All right, put that back there. So we're gonna pull out just our. We're gonna pull out the masculine version of the Rider-Waite. We're gonna pull out the female version, which is a Witch's Tarot. And we're gonna get on top some readings now. Okay, so here we go. So we're gonna take those ones out. Women are first, ladies are first. Then their gentlemanly counterparts come. There we go. So we're gonna take this information that we're gonna see today. Oh, ding! There's the bells. It's midnight. Ready to roll. And then we're gonna take our goddess and oracle cards for the first few readings. So we're grateful to have you guys here. I'm glad that you guys are here. I'm very gracious for you guys. We hit the 100-mile mark, and like I said, when we hit the 100 subscribers, that we would do free readings for up to a 24-hour period, depending on which takes me out first, right? But I will be taking time after we've gone and recorded a video for over an hour or something. So we're gonna try to get in what readings we can between now and within the next 30 minutes. Okay, we're gonna try to do speed readings for 30 minutes. Okay, straight speed readings. Okay, so the first one is going to be, I'm not sure who. I don't know who's on the list. I don't know if, I don't even think there's anybody moderating right now or that would be willing to moderate the situation so that, the names on the list can be recorded and not being disrupted to my reading that I'm doing for you guys, or that specific person is not being interrupted, okay? Because I don't like being interrupted when I'm actually during a read. It's very distracting. It makes me upset. It really irritates me when I can't do my job or connect on that level. Okay. So I believe either that or we just pick someone. Ashley. Yeah, so we're not going to spend much time on this video. We're just going to try to speed read. Let's see what we have. I'm going to pull a God and Goddess card first. Let's see where we're headed with the quick readings. Okay, so we want a quick reading. So we're going to take 3 shuffles and that's it, because there's one for each person in the room that is visible. All right, so we're going to cut our cards. All right, so are we ready? We're going to spread them out across the board. And we're going to just randomly choose one of these cards. See which one. Yeah, significant one, please. And nobody's hiding behind another. Okay. So we're just going to sit here, mix them up a little bit, and re-spread them around here. Let's see what we can. What we're going to pull out, we're going to take this little card that's, holding up everybody. And what do we have here? 1 second. All right, so we have an overall energy. It's a feminine energy that's coming through. Somebody that thinks that they're going to be used in battle, which, is very unlikely having to be used in a spiritual battle. All right, so what do we have here? We have, a lot of sin. Okay, do we really? I can't even read that right now. Crash. Okay. So she's got a spiritual bow and arrow. So she is a very okay, so we can get that. Just focus a little bit better on that. Okay, so she's got a spiritual bow and arrow that she's ready to shoot off into whatever, showing her support that she's there to be of a guardian type energy, being protector of spirit and our dimensional beings. She's ready to, put a candle in someone's house real quick for us, and she's defending our honor and respecting it, right? I don't like the shadow energy that's showing up behind her, though. There's like a shadow energy showing up right here in this corner, just randomly. And I'm not moving hard by any means, but there's like a dark energy that is manifesting in that corner of your room, of a room that's in someone's house. There's a lot of dark energy trying to grow and overtake the internal spiritual part of you, right? This is like a vine is going to come out and just like grab you and pull you back. Um, but you're ready for whatever, but be careful of what's coming from behind. Like I see that the hair is not it doesn't even look like your real hair. I feel that maybe there's somebody blocking this connection from the spiritual side of things for you, that you're not having to envelop into any darkness or anything, right? um, so with that, always know that you have a protector of fire. That's what's on this sword. This is what this sword is going to represent. Yes, spirit. It is a spirit energy being drawn with the sword, or the bow and arrow, crossbow, whatever you want to call it, and will be used at a drop of a dime if need be. So if you need to, take that one sword and, make a bow and arrow and make it work for you that way. That's what this person is offering their protection from harm, so you don't get harmed or have to experience any more pain, right? So we'll keep that out. Okay. So we're going to see what the masculine side of things is going. Ruben, thank you. I will. You. Okay, hang on here. I can't. My chat goes away so quickly. Pull it up on my other screen here for a minute. I don't know who the moderator is, and it'd be nice to find out who it is. I don't know who is taking care of that. Okay, so Ashley is gone. Are you going to get any? Lacey was first, then me. Okay, so Ashley Patterson, then Mia, and then Laura. Okay, so we're going to do Ashley's first. You're after. Sorry, you're after Lacey. So Lacey's has been done a little bit ago. We finished hers. But she still has that free reading that she is entitled to still, that, I sent you the email on. Okay, so then we have Lacey was first, then me. So Ashley Patterson, are you ready to have your reading done? Are you here to have it done? Are you ready? Let me know. Let me know if you're here. Yes, you can be put on the list. You will be after Liana, or what is it, Lana? And then Lana. So you're Lana, or Liana, whichever. I don't know how to say it, but yes, I'm ready. Okay, so Ashley, we're going to pull on yours. Is there a direction that you've kind of been focusing your energy on? Feel free to wipe your mind, ease your mind, clear your mind for the messages to be able to be heard and transferred the information through connection spiritually. And I'm going to figure out what cards we're going to use. Adoption. Okay. Liana. Oh, okay. Liana. That's a good one. I like that one. This one with the dark energy in the corner of mine. It was something was definitely revealing itself there. I would cleanse the area. There is I don't think it's a harmful energy. It's not. It's more fearful of you than you are of it. It's not very. It's not a very well developed dark energy. It's more or less. It's like dealing with like a stray cat coming up to you and then not being sure if it's ready to take on its duty as a cat. You know what I mean? Like you're looking for answers, but maybe the place that you're looking is a little bit clouded with the information that you are supposed to be receiving. It might be an oracle angel. It could come in something that resonates with you in regards to maybe that moment of dark energy that happened. Is just a clue to you that there's still some work that has skeletons in the closet that are still there. But I just saw it's almost like it would pulse in and then it would just disappear really fast. It would come in slow and then boom, it would be gone. So I don't think it's there to actually cause you any harm. It's not there to cause you any disruption. It's knows when it's going to be disruptive and it won't entertain that, right? It's learning phases for energy that has to be over there. Right, so I think we're going to go, okay, let's see. I'm going to ask her. Oh, we'll use the genuine pendulum here. We're going to find out which cards we're going to use. So there it is. Oh, goodness. This is, fun. So the pendulum. Okay. So this is my pendulum that I use for yes and no questions or just simple, straightforward direction. So I'm going to ask each stack of cards if these are the ones that I'm supposed to use for your spread. For Lacey's spread, or sorry, my friend. We are looking for direction from the cards to be of best interest for the reading that I'm about to do for. So is that one of the card decks that I'm going to use for this reading? Yeah, I'm going to raise this up a bit because you can't really see it. So we're going to ask the next deck. Is this the set of cards that I'm supposed to be doing the masculine version of the tarot for the reading I'm about to do? Okay, so it's not those ones. Just giving you a no. All right, last and final set of cards, deck of cards. Is this the one that's supposed to be used for the reading for okay, so we're not supposed to be doing those two. Okay, so we're going to ask the goddess, can we use your services as confirmation to the reading or as clarifying cards for the reading? Can I use you as a clarifying deck? All right, so we're getting a strong yes. All right, Spirit, you may stop. All right. Are we supposed to use the masculine version of the Rider Waite as well for the reading and using as a clarifying card? So now we're getting a no. Definitely not the cards we're going to be using. So we're going to turn to the Witch's Tarot. And can we use the clarifying cards to be as the God and Goddess cards for the reading today? Right here. Alright, so it manifested itself to change total direction there. So it's giving me a no now in regards to using those. So I think we're just going to do the Witch's Tarot. I think because it's given us the most clear, direct answer that we possibly could have been given. Just going to put this back on. All right. Yeah, I got this. I bought this the other day, and it was actually really cool. I didn't spend much on the actual crystal itself. I got a deal on it, so I didn't think it was going to be quite as big, but it's okay. I like it. It's down where my core is, kind of right down in there, where it's going to protect me with harm. Okay, so we need a freaking moderator. Okay, so who am I going to make a moderator for this session? I do need a monitor because I can't continue. I don't know who I can put in here. I don't know who's on here. None of my mods are here.
Escaping.
Okay, so I don't know who's here.
Why? Don't add the
Okay, so I'm trying to figure this out. There's so much chat going
through.
on. Are you gonna get any sleep? Who, me? Yeah, I'll probably end up falling asleep for half an hour somewhere in between. I can do it. You can do what? What? Did I miss something? Okay. Let's do the witch's tour. Let's get this on our. I want to be able to take a break in a few minutes anyway. Okay, so let's see what's in the store. For Miss Ashley Patterson, what is in store from our little Ashley? What does she need to have? What message is our spirit having for her to be? Okay, actually, I'll make you a moderator. I need to keep an eye on whose turn it is, who's in the list. We go in the order of which requests are being asked. So we got to keep a close eye into who's requesting them, when the cutoff time. I usually give like a half an hour notice, like we're going to finish this in like 15-20 minutes. We're going to finish this stream and we're going to start another one because it's going to be different messages each time I start a feed, right? There's different people that come through. There's different energy that is revealing itself to help, build that bridge between worlds, finally being able to bridge the gap between spirit and actual physical beings. Right? So we're definitely going to be looking at all avenues on the next feed. We'll probably do a little bit more retrospect. So here is the last reading for probably this session, but we'll be doing another session, so be sure to be there with that as well. So, you're more than welcome, even just to come out, hang out and talk, or, see what the other readings are going like. It's always nice to, kind of get, a positive outlook on what I do for, my readings, and try not to get too deep, but there's times when I've had to stop the reading because it's getting too personal. If you are getting a cue that there's personal information that you don't want to be shared, feel free to say something before I continue with the read. I do have my okay, so whatever, I'm not too worried about whether you go to sleep. I know I will be. I'll be taking another break here shortly. Okay, so we're just going to make you a moderator right now, Ashley, for a minute. Okay, so there we go. We have you there. Okay, so now this is the energy that we're going to sign off with this reading today. I do know that there's Lacey, there's a few other people that want their readings done as well, so I will divide these cards into 3 different sets. So for 3 individuals that you will be receiving your messages for. Okay, so this is going to be person number 1, person number 2, person number 3, and person number 4. We have 1, 2, 3, and we need 1 more for spirit. Okay, so we're going to do 4 speed reading ones. Oh, that one hit the floor. We're going to leave it right down there with the low vibration. All right, so here you go. So number 4. So the first person that I'm going to read for, this is going to just be a real quickie energy. Because I don't really want to spend too much more energy right now before I eat. And I have to eat something now. Okay, so we're dealing with the first person in that lineup was Lacey, right? We did yours. I think I'm going to give you another, some more information possibly maybe coming forward for you. I'm not sure if it's coming through these cards. If you feel like you're drawn to any pile of these 2 cards, there's a pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. Please feel free to choose that item or choose which pile you would like to be receiving your reading from. And Lisa, you can also chime in on this if you feel that you resonate with a set of the cards. I have them in, I'll show you. I have them in like 4 piles. Oops. I have them, okay, I'll change the view. So I have them setting up in 2 piles, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's up to you to choose which pile you want, which one you feel that you're listening, right? I'm trying to let Ashley kind of figure out who is supposed to be next. So Lacey, you're going to take deck 4 or pile number 4. All right, so we're going to start with yours. You're the first one to answer, so we'll deal with yours. So we're going to flip the cards. Okay. So from beginning to ending. Okay, so this is you, or whoever else wanted pile number 4. This is actually showing how you developed, how you began, and where you are today. Okay, so this is like basically talking about the journey in itself for you, that you became attracted to the whole open-minded, spiritual, natural kind of way of doing things, and it's grown into, producing a family, producing, having, things, that you worked hard for, that you started with just one small seed implanted in your mind of, your spiritual kind of adventure, and you can draw, you know, you're like a moth, a flame to, not a moth, but the butterfly, the monarch butterfly that has now gone as north as British Columbia. I've seen them migrate here. Um, and I've seen maybe 4 or 5 of them all summer. And it was bizarre because we don't get monarch butterflies this far north. They are more down south of me, somewhere in the States. I did a actual book report on this, and I knew that they are not the migration cycle that they fly on. They actually have a migration route as well. Believe it or not, actual butterfly has a migration route that it does. So maybe it was on its migration route. It came up here now to go back, and it was so warm and hot, though it might have got a bit off track or confused with the dimensional layers or experience of where it can go. It took itself out of its normal surroundings and experience and direction that it normally would take. So you're definitely from this is just kind of a reflection of where you started from and where you're ending, and how much more whole of a person you're feeling, and not just developing. Like this is almost like the evolution of you coming to life, meaning that you changed your actual kind of way of being, from a caterpillar to a butterfly. You transformed, and that's how the transformation happens. We put ourselves into a cocoon type energy, and we try to wrap ourselves up in it and try to work from within. And sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it takes a little bit more hard work at visualizing when you're doing your meditations to manifestation and learning it all, right? So you've gone from, it's like you basically started with an open plot of land that had no possible way of being developed, and you've spent the time to make it a home. Just this is where you stuck your roots down, and this is where you want to stay with your roots. You've planted your roots, and you're good to go. You've got your children; they're stable. You're in a stable environment. You're in, having everything just kind of lighting up, and you're being thankful to the universe for what it's provided to you to be able to move from bare essentials to a family of 4 or 3, whichever it may be. But you and your children are very happy with the journey that you guys have now come a long ways from beginning to the completion of that journey together is not over. It's ending, so you can start a new creative type experience within the family dynamic and be able to journal it. It's just the beginning. It never comes to a full end. You never say goodbye. Goodbye is too final. Just say see you later. Um, but I do feel that the growth that you've done, you're just like overwhelmed. You're grateful. Your gratitude or your gratuity to the universe for providing so much for you guys, whether it be in financial help or physical help, people helping you come out and build this dream for you. But you've built a dream, and now you get to entertain yourself and watch that dream unfold. Is now passing it on to your children, passing, the experiences and the knowledge on to them so they can carry it forward when they become of adults and have a better kind of cue into how life works, how things are expanding for them on a spiritual level, right? So your family is very important to you. I do know that you are working on a positive note with that, with your family as being the biggest influence in your life and moving in the direction of building, some stability for people or even that come through are, like sitting there just astonished at how well you've done. Definitely on the experience. Okay. So don't stop focusing on it. Keep that, that in your mindset, because whatever you're creating is actually being reserved by the universe, and it's providing for you, because you've been honest and respectable when you've asked for assistance from the universe, or said, I would really wish that I could get through this situation, blah, 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 situation B, C, D, that I'm having contemplation problems with, and you're contemplating, and contemplating, because you don't know where it's going to lead or be able to be of best service to you in the end, right? So um, don't let it have to just consume you. Let it, allow it to breathe, allow it to grow, allow it to manifest with the assistance of your nurturing. Okay. So for the person, we're going to go in order now. So if you pick pile number 1, we're going to see what's in store. We're going to see what currently is the situation, and we're going to see if there's an outcome or an understanding to why this is. Um, I think she had a cutoff already, so no, I still got like 5 minutes on this reading that I can, 5 minutes. So this will be the final, probably the one. I'll see if I can get through them really quick. So the next one is the gentleman. This knight is starting to become annoying. He's showing up everywhere. Okay, there's that knight again, showing up one more time and wanting the attention to be all about him. Who is this energy? I'm not too sure, but it's definitely somebody that thinks they've earned a place in the situation because he's done his work, or he's thinking that he's a knight before he's actually a knight, and took a shortcut to this energy. Drop that energy. Tell that energy to drop it. Get on with it, and just move on with yourself. So this could be a past relationship or past energy that you are possibly currently involved with or are currently not involved with, but it's making an adamant approach to you, saying that they're worthy now. But that's up to you to decide. This could be, um, but I don't think he's not fitting the role. Okay, the role's not fitting for him. Like he's, raising his one little sword, not very confident. His elbows, kind of low. He's kind of, taking advantage of, like, trying to pretend that he's very knowledgeable of all things. Um, but I don't see him. I see him as the controlling type of person. He's going to come and be destructively strong energy against you, that you're going to be everything wrong. He's always got, he knows what's right, and that's the only position that he's going to take, is that he's always right, and that's what you're going to have to come to understand with his energy. Knowing everything and being knowledgeable are two different things. It's who you share your knowledge with, and especially when you're new to the game, of this life and existence, you're going to have a little bit more difficulty kind of fitting in if you act with that persona. Um, but whatever comes, come what may, right? It's totally your challenges in life are maybe a little bit greater than most people, but when you're trying to manipulate it for your benefit, it doesn't always seem to work that way well for you. Okay, so this pile number 2, now we're talking about charity and learning what to do with the overage experience of the pentacles. Is you're going to, first of all, you're going to be accepting of the pentacles, because they're weighing you down. So you're going to release some of these energies and these pentacles to someone that needs it more than you do. So it means you're going to donate to a charity, possibly like a children's fund kind of campaign thing. They're just, children that need a bit more guidance than most, and don't have the support. This could be, and there's another dark shadow that just walked out of the corner of my eye over here. So I'm going to stop this reading pretty soon, because we are getting into the witching hour. We just started the witching hour, so I am definitely going to be shutting this feed down for now. I'll leave it running just in case, but I think I'm going to not be speaking of anything at this current moment. I don't want the reading to be tainted. But there are definite dark energies that have come back to roost, to feel safe. So I have to cancel this channel for the next, I don't know, give me an hour. I'll leave the camera running in case you guys pick up on something. You never know, right? But we're not going to turn it off. We're going to just leave it running, and we're going to see what happens. Let's check that scenery out. But I'm going to read this last one because I got a minute to 30 seconds to give it to you. Okay, so you're the female now with the 9 of Cups. You're trying to figure out how to manifest and work with the energy. But the thing that is blocking you is yourself. You're expecting, to be treated like the princess, and you're doing all this hard work and not being acknowledged for the beautiful woman that you are. So don't settle for anything less than perfect. If they're going to be there to endure the time with you spiritually, then they're going to be there. Then nothing is going to separate the two of you. So with that, yeah, your life is yours. And try to be yourself. And if people can't accept you, say that you're like a mermaid, you morphed into something different than what they're used to seeing. Say that's you expanding and growing. You're changing your persona and everything that you do, right? And that's when you become true to yourself, and you know that you're going to make the right decision at the end of the day. Um, you have it within you to understand, right? Um, but just be yourself. You're not going to be widely accepted by people, and that's okay to feel like that, feel alone. It's your transition time. You have to be dealing with this on a one-to-one basis with your higher self and yourself, right? And you are, trying to balance it all, and you're feeling kind of overwhelmed with things. Stop, breathe, relax, go for a swim, have, a chill out time. Don't be 24/7 in the kitchen, okay? You don't need to be in the kitchen 24/7 trying to get everything to work. You're planning meals, you're planning, dinners, you're planning, a healthy dinner, you're looking after all the avenues of the household work, and there's a lot on your plate. You have a lot of cups in front of you that need to be filled, but you're too busy being a domestic wife to even have any of those dreams met. So focus your energy on being able to fill those cups up with something, and not having to feel like you're so alone in la la land that you don't have any guidance or anybody. If it feels right to put it in a certain cup, then put it in a certain cup. You're knowing how to deal with your energy, and making it beneficial for yourself. You know how to do. You know how to create. You know how to finally get to the stage of the nine of cups that you've been wondering, when is it ever going to end. So this is your time to put the seeds forward, plant the seeds within your own self, get them to start germinating, bring them with you into your next dimension, because you're going to need the high energy and food that your spirit is going to want to request of you. And think healthy food, right? Always think of the healthy version. Try to think about more healthier choices in the food that you're choosing for your family or your partner or yourself, and being honorable with that. So I'm going to leave this witching hour. I am not going to be part of this. And it looks like I've already left. I've already left. How does that work? Oh, I know why. Okay, so I am going to say that keep that list the way it is. If people are willing to, you can come back tomorrow. So if this is too late for you to be out, I will be doing them again tomorrow morning for sure. I'm going to take a couple of break during the witching hour. I just don't like doing work between those hours, because that's when they like to really come out and play. And I'm not in the mood for playing because I've been reading all day. I'm kind of low leveled here. I'm running on low. So I'm not generating energy right now. I'm not, turning into a beacon either, for the sake of, doing a reading. So I'm gonna, oops. We're gonna see what happens here. See if anything comes through. So I'm gonna leave the recording going. Timestamp it for Spirit Box at 1:33:12. Will be the stamp. So at 1:33:12. Yeah, that's fine, Amy Patterson. You can be here tomorrow. I usually go live around anywhere between 5:30 and 7. 7 is usually the latest that I will do it. If I'm not live by 7, that means I'm taking a day off, which I might just do after I do a few more hours of reading, another 8 hours straight coming forward. Come the morning, come 7 or 8 a.m., I'm going to be reading for at least 8 hours to finish the day out at, I believe it was, we're like at the halfway point, more or less. So we will stop reading at 6 p.m. Tomorrow will be 24 hours, with the odd break in between that I'm going to be required to. My time zone is Pacific Standard Time. It would be, this would be, it's like 6 o'clock in the morning in Toronto right now. So people are just waking up. So that's what I mean. Some of the hours for people to be able to tune into it have to be, kind of thought of when they would be on looking at their stuff, right?
I stopped.
No, I'm going to have the spirit box going and playing in the background in case it has more information that it would directly want to share with you.
Good,
You know, but yeah, You're most welcome. I really appreciate you guys being here and going through this
And
journey,
it was coming.
and having things resonate for you, because it means a lot when the resonation is there, and you guys are actually putting them into a more positive framework to work with, right? It's 100% better than what you guys were probably trying to manifest with no guidance. It's very difficult to understand when you're manifesting love or partnerships, uh, that the universe takes things quite seriously. They don't like, they don't play the games that people seem to like to play in relationships, which is your own choice, mind you. You do what you want in your relationship. Be honorable to yourself, and your internal self, and be grateful for everything that you do have on a daily basis. Because there's people out there that are suffering a lot more, with nothing, literally losing everything that ever mattered to them, and having to rebuild is a long process for some people. But learning to rebuild is the avenue that you have to take. Sometimes you have to let go of your theory, thought, and your religious beliefs. Are you going to remain religious, or are you changing your avenue of thinking or theory as to what is going to be the best position for you to play from, and not be able to be looked at as you're fucking crazy, because you're not. You just have a deeper understanding of how things are going to work out. You have changed the theory and for it to work in your own life, right? Okay, cool. It is. And you guys, if you feel like making donations to the channel, the donation is definitely a way to support the channel and show your support for the readings that you did receive. It's kind of nice to see you guys leaving reviews for the messages in the comment section below the video. Because sometimes people don't actually see it inside the chat in time, right? So basically, it's better to see the review also in the regular chat or the regular comment section below my name and everything. And don't forget to hit that bell, like, share, and comment the video. Feel free to ask any questions that you feel that you need to find guidance with, and I'll be back with you guys. I'll leave the feed running so you can listen to the energies talking and listen to the conversations that they're having when I'm not actually there. It'd be interesting to hear, because we'll see what happens. But I don't think any dark energies are going to enter, because they're too ready for it. Especially with me doing readings, they're separate, they'll actually take on the energy then that's coming through. So. I just want to have a few grapes. More over there. So you guys can listen to the spirit box. I'm just going to let you guys hear that and tune into it. There's a bit of a delay, I think, so if there's something that resonated with you guys today, please feel free to ask questions to clarify it if you need more clarification as well. It all depends on what the information that will come through now. Usually I try to get you guys to ask questions right after, but sometimes the questions aren't able to be answered, so we don't answer them. Okay. So my guides and energies are in the witching hour. You're allowed to speak or do whatever you'd like to represent yourself here. No causing harm against anyone, no causing threats or personal injury to anybody revolving in this four walls. What you do beyond my house, I'm not in control of. You're on your own. You're definitely on your own, fella. You have to learn how to maneuver, get in tune with yourself, hear the cues, do your meditations, apply it on a daily basis for the first while. As you get better at manifesting yourself and manifesting your experiences, you will be able to advance to a higher existence. Stress will be helpful, but make sure you're also taking care of your spirit, like nurturing it with information that's valuable to you, that's going to work for you. Because if it's not working, then it's not the advice that was meant for you to be receiving, and that's fine. There could be other things happening over the next little while, like I've had where I've done the reading and the person's sat there and not had it happen for a few days, just gets impatient, and then boom, next thing you know, it's right there in front of them, and they've actually come back and said thank you for the direction and found that the bullshit wasn't bullshit on this reading. I don't bullshit anybody. I'll give you direction. You may not like the direction or whatever, but hey, you get you from the stressful moments into a more calming, serene person, then why not take them? Take advantage of them. They're there to have. So, pick your battles wisely. We'll always be there to protect and guide you. You mean this morning? I am. I'm just taking a bit of a break. It's a witching hour right now, so we're going to try to kick it in like halfway through. But I'm going to shut up because I want them to be speaking and giving some insight into your guys' thought train. Even thinking something, you'll end up with an answer. Do run. Oh, now we have to go on a running spree? I don't run away from nothing. Sorry, you're going to have to make me get up and run. I'm not running. But you're more than welcome to have an energy to run as far as you can. Hmm?
I feel like there's a portal that ends and opens with the sea.
Well, it's possible. Anything's possible. Anything you choose to do is possible. That's what I say. Something you can't handle, well, better figure a way to get it figured out. Because you're just delaying the inevitable. You know? There, so I'm going to just kind of block your view for a bit. Which house? This house that you're in. Compare it to the other ones where you're not allowed to harm anybody within this present suite. What happens in the suite next door or upstairs, try to leave them alone, but if they're causing you too much stress and everything, then deal with them as you may. That's all I can say. I'm not going to compare notes, because the notes have already been written as far as I'm concerned. So is there a message here for Liana? I'm just trying to find out if there is messages for Liana Rubin. Yes, she just asked if there was any messages for her. Eggs. What does eggs have to do with this? Is somebody eating eggs right now? That's what you're seeing? I mean, so there's something about eggs. This could be fertility, or it could be that you're eating eggs. Having breakfast, bacon and eggs. There you go. Have some breakfast. It'll do your body good. I make eggs, pancakes, eggs. Once in a while. Try to make them good. Thumbs up. Yeah, a definite lesson. So I'm going to leave the box playing for you guys. I'm just going to go ahead and set up my TV in my room, my projector, so I can watch movies on the ceiling. And see how that's going. So I will talk to you guys, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, who knows. But we'll get it figured out and we'll go from there. Program. I'm not programming anybody. So I'm just going to... Okay. So I'm gonna leave you guys here for a few minutes. Yeah, how far back am I? Wow, I'm way there. Way the hell back there, eh? Okay.
The further east you go, according
The
to this
further
law,
east you go, as further east you can go is only till Nova Scotia, then you fall into the ocean.
Bear Grylls made pretty far. Bear Grylls made pretty far in a boat.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you think, Alicia? Yeah, that's probably why, right? It's because it's fitting. Okay. It was fitting at the moment I asked it. What do eggs have to do with it? Bacon and eggs, what? Somebody's having breakfast. And you already slept, Lana. See, this is me. I haven't slept yet, but I'll take like a 5-minute brain breather and a couple of minutes of meditation, and I'll be all good to go again. But I'm seeing that we have melted through our label here. Just going to move you guys for just a quick second here. That's got to come off. Okay. It's
I have
now
a quiver in 2000.
garbage. There. All done. So let me eat my grapes and I'll be back. I shall return, my friends. Bye. Leave you all in order.
Bear Grylls, man, he's all the front day park. You sure that don't get it smelled?
With red pepper and for great ordinances.
Would I believe?
On the bench outside.
Here.
Again, look them out.
He that has raised up client's proposed op. For if you hornbeam on the right.
A lot of strips that some use.
Our son. He said.
Ours and them
Do. Shirley's one.
no. evidence of something.
A reason? Creation grown. Sweet.
They are very picturesque.
Option. Bring his button home. I won't. The impatient brain. There you are. Across the system.
Man, but
Those who are called.
many people. It was on the dark side. Accused of human rights.
The speed of a shadow.
Of war proper.
Eyes. Look against his face.
Crossing themselves.
And for a Croydon's.
The beauty of the scene.
To come. Dressed like a gamekeeper.
War proper being.
Nor hunt abroad. Shade and foliage.
For modesty.
Well, the other half's gone to bed.
Air was close.
Alright, so who's all here? We're still going? We're still going.
Or distract. Across the fields.
Mary from my bed.
In all his view.
Which?
Nor height. Now. There were flowers along. Desired to cut till. But he thought. Flowers.
Flowers?
But ye have received.
Number 10th March.
Wasn't no peeps, big brown noises.
Young bear.
They're actually
And something.
The word compare came up again.
at 3 to 5 feet. Beautiful land. Meanwhile, as to detail the municipalities. Non-prescription. From the glimpse, which
Is not hope. Or weakness. Trust.
Peanut butter jelly. Hmm?
They would try to bleed us right down to the south there.
Who is?
Environment. Whoa.
My neck expect out.
I figure.
Very close. It's the old
Or was it?
as easy.
It's first head.
I
God, what we're doing.
trees.
Of course.
The suffrage train. And
Once.
with May.
The walker.
Cameron, the month of May is you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Cameron's born in May.
But it's good.
Or we know it's
I'm just having a quick sandwich, you guys. I'll be with you in like 5 minutes. Just let me finish my sandwich, and then we'll start up again.
waiting. Fruits of the
Vienna or
the redemption.
Holland.
Or the Reuben family. I've been trying to communicate with angels and also manifesting, but it's like nothing is there. If you believe that nothing is there, then nothing is going to be there. That's the way it works. If you want to start manifesting, do meditate.
As we
What the heck?
ordinary.
Right.
Um,
And
No.
hmm?
us among
The utter
public.
my business.
It's not Imagine it's just not for everyone to worry about. Disposable. What else?
Knows that village would
The blockage could end up being the belief system that you're carrying with yourself. When you step away from the religious kind of outlook at things in life, things become a lot more clear. When you're allowed to think for yourself.
What else?
flashed
But you can, if you have actual activity in your house with these energies that are coming to, they could be the house energy that came with the house that you are now intermingling with.
For being in bed.
was the growth.
Staying in bed. Who's staying in bed? That's being lazy. Get out of bed. Let's go.
And there's
What?
I left it.
Delivered him up. There were
For dinner.
you like.
Yeah, go ahead. Ask questions.
Around
You know, whatever the spirit box wants to answer, you just even actually think about it, and that's it, right? There you go. Somebody else is staying in bed right now with the other energy. What's going on? Gross, Joe? I'm having a sandwich, nibble to eat. You guys are listening to the spirit box,
across his
and then I'm going to be coming back shortly to do the rest of the readings for, the next hour.
didn't even know road.
I mean, it's got
It's ready. Got open.
Score 44 is back. Her again?
So
Yes, it's me again.
honest.
Does the Archangel Michael have anything to come forward with information or any messages for the collective?
barricade.
Now
Of time.
the crest.
In the evening? Things are going to happen more in the evening again, or what? So are there any messages for anybody that is currently tuned into this session? Whether it be near or far? Other what? The movie The Others again? Is a requirement? Somebody is scared of you guys. I know, I get that sensation. But you guys are better than not be harming anybody, and that's the word that you give as a promise to me.
One of them what the thing to be fighting.
Right?
Backload.
Jasmine Whitaker. Well, we're doing a spirit box thing right now. I just kind of get grounded again. I just had a quick sandwich. I don't know how many people are currently on the list. I'm only going to probably do for another hour of reading. Then I'm going to be taking another break, maybe for a bit longer, just to get, my coffee and everything caught up. Maybe even grab a quick cat nap if I can. Carbon.
Life.
Carbon copies is what we're considered. Carbon crystalline beings,
Dwell in you.
right?
Tried to.
Ask about what I needed to do. What? Ask about what I needed to do. What did you need to do?
Day of
What? Hit the
No, I haven't actually.
You done? The day.
Eat. Oh yeah, I'm done eating. Sorry, guys. Even them are asking, they're telling you, yeah, I'm done eating. But I'm supposed to be eating. They're a little late on the draw for that one. I already did that. So we're gonna move forward. There we go. So we've got our little camera up here for all to see. I put on my sweater, my big warm fuzzy sweater that's sleeveless, but it keeps me warm. Ask about what I need to do, and ask the spirit box of what. I heard barricade, depressed. That Lannis Rubin, that could have been from an experience that I was experiencing when I kind of thought that, certain things were happening. I allowed my religious brain to step into place of the actual logical brain, and I got quite the experience happening for myself for a while there. Ask the spirit. What about Yana Rubin wants to know, what does she need to do? And ask the spirit box what I meant.
Lord. Seems Kirchner.
Thought. Yes, she wants to know what you thought.
In the pub.
Okay, so I'm gonna go and do a couple more readings, finish it up. Can I ask Will be moving this month, please? Okay, ask Will. Is another person wondering about moving situations, or moving is going to be taking place this month. Is it going to be received?
The first. Will be available.
The first of March, you mean?
Bed was comfortable. English. Lady me. Around bud.
Okay, give me 1 sec, guys.
There it is. Nearly as goodbye.
All right, I'm back.
Must ask.
Leader, who is the leader? Okay, must ask what? Who is your leader? Are you aliens?
Dreams. They're
Are you actual aliens waiting to, surprise us humanoids and teach us a lesson about advancement in life? Okay, so I don't know who's next. I'm gonna give these cards a shuffle a bit.
given by the sun.
Okay. All right, so let's check out the chat and see what we're going. What's happening? Do you want me to ask the cards? Okay, Spirit Box. Leanna Rubin wants to know if there's any, what's stopping her from moving forward and living the life she deserves. Why is Leanna not doing the lifestyle that she wanted so badly and not being able to live it? Now, why? What was the cause of it?
And
Far from where?
far off or slop in our top.
Or far off track?
Naturally. They made a certain. Say that I. Leaving South.
Pac, what would you like me to talk about? I'm waiting for an answer to the question I just asked you.
That was.
Right? You want me to talk to you about what's going on?
Amaranth.
I don't know. I don't know the person as to them personally. I just know them from the channel. So we'll see what messages come through for whoever's next in line. You can figure out an answer to give Liana, maybe while I'm doing another reading and killing two birds with one stone instead of, taking up all the airwaves listening to Spirit. We need to get, our readings done. And need to get them done. So we're doing. So you get to talk, and I get to listen, and so does everybody else. So okay. So we're gonna pull on some cards for the dear one. All right. So what's in store? What is the overall energy going to be like? Let's see here. Oops. My camera's not turning around here. What's going on? There we go. Okay, so we're going to find out what's going on. Holy Spirit, provide me with direction and answers. That's way too many. I'm not doing the long reads anymore. Oh, there we go. So you got the moon or the karma card. Whoever is you are connecting with is getting some karma dealt to them. You did some work with the moon in regards to casting spells. Now you're the lone queen with the pentacle. Now you're waiting for another offer or being able to offer something to somebody of the male persuasion that you may be showing interest to. Don't reveal too much about yourself on the financial notes of the day. Don't understand. And there's the masculine coming through once again. Never fails. If there's a pretty lady in distress, the masculine will show up every time. So here we have the masculine that's very confident in himself, being able to maneuver the path to be able to be a teacher or a guide for her. But you're willing to, take the damage that's been given and plotted on, and moving it forward to somewhere where it's no longer needed, like the bottom of an ocean or a lake. It's energy that you don't need, that somebody's going to have to come in and help you disassociate and detach yourself from that experience. It's not an experience that you want to be carrying on through your life path. It's just going to take up more space than you really need with you, right? So that's what I see that the karma. Three women are now, happy to be free and away from, situations that they feel more in tune with, and wishing on stars and watching eclipses and being very, very spiritual beings as well. Trying to understand the metaphysical points of view that come forward. All right, so we have somebody. We have a female at the beginning. There's somebody pursuing her. There's one that's taking away the pain. Like you've got a lot of support, but it's a lot of male support that you could actually end up instigating a relationship with. But they're all doing kind favors for you, and not requesting a whole lot in return, but just your companionship, your friendship. You're not going to have to provide anything on a sexual note, which is good. There's no sexual attraction in these gentlemen that are coming forward for you. They're more like convenience, like the what do you call the handyman of the neighborhood can actually come and just be the handyman. Doesn't have to come into the relationship or have a relationship with you, and you're understanding that more as you grow with your own self. That it's not always meant to always be flashing and dashing, that's going to impress somebody or give that person a reason to be with you, or maybe it isn't, right?
Or petticoat.
Yeah, wearing petticoat. They haven't worn petticoats in years, but I definitely feel that it's past life energy. It's still residing here. You co-created this with someone. You had a co-creator when you came into this life. And that's who is going to be the one that comes to your aid every time you turn around. So this is the year of the wheel. Wheel of the year. So they have a year to figure this out. It's giving you kind of a grace, kind of experience to manifest your energy with. And creating, you're still creating, you're still moving. You haven't stopped. You're like you haven't missed a beat as far as where you're supposed to be and what your journey is supposed to be about. Hang on.
Gather service. Campaigning.
You took it.
Updates. Like
I see.
So we're not going to be too long with this, but I do feel that it's a position. There's a decision coming in regards to one of the people that has been kind of on your radar as far as a possible relationship. That you're just going to let him, kind of move at his pace. Let him just take the journey and allow him to court you, to show interest in you, and maybe somebody closer than you think. They're like right on your tail kind of thing energy.
point trap.
But they're standing far back just to sum up the beauty that they see, and get the nerve enough to actually approach, because they're
Copycat.
very copycat. Check for the copycat.
It seemed.
Wait. Look for the copycat.
The first full effects.
These cards did come out for somebody today earlier. Same situation.
Dark side.
I'd have to go and check to see who had these cards come up in their reading. Because I think there's like a dual message here that is being received on this session with you guys, that was brought forward at the last session that we were at. So there's somebody that's definitely working hard at this situation, is working maybe possibly over what they should be doing, what they are committing way too much, and hoping and praying and sitting in solidarity, and in just not moving at all and showing interest in the movement that people are making towards you, or they want to make with you, and you're just kind of shutting them down, requesting it, but then as soon as they get close to you, you shut it down. You don't want it. All of a sudden, it's like, nope, that's not what I want. So playing and teasing the male species is not probably one of your better scores, because they'll just be like, whatever, that's it, not interested. They don't want to have to jump through hoops, just like you don't want to have to jump through hoops to meet your twin flame or whatever it is. You get to a certain extent of things, and where your tantics, not tantics, or is it? I don't know how to say that word. Tanak, I can't even say that word. But being,
Which is a
I can't, no, not Witches of Earth. Desert. Barren laden, it's very empty feeling. What is the word I'm looking for? But they're antics. That's what it is. Antics, no T. Why was I hearing tantics? But
3 weeks.
they will end up cluing into the antics of you and that you are kind of waiting it out for the perfect match. For the love of God, why? I don't know, because you've got 3 offers that you're not even entertaining. You have an opportunity to go out on a date with so and so. You had an opportunity to go out with so and so. You had an opportunity to go out and be with somebody that's actually more soulfully compatible to you. Is even taking time to take some of the stresses away that you're not having to face. Being honorable in his position, doing things that are helpful to putting his 2 bits in for the relationship. I think that person that's going the extra mile for you is maybe someone you may want to pursue. Who doesn't want apocalypse? But the other ones are more of an ego. They only want, the companionship for a short period of time. They're not into it for the long haul. They're just in it for the moment. So be careful with those ones. Don't like even start to entertain with somebody of that level. It's not gonna benefit him, and it won't benefit you. Unless it's, a friends with benefits kind of situation that you're comfortable with, then maybe you might have something happen sooner than you'd like. But I'm just saying. Um, but it is definitely going to be a younger energy, or this could be you going back to a younger energy or an experience in your life that you enjoyed, that brought you, into the light of things and showed you exactly what value you have as a person. People are going to be compassionate. They like the way you think, with the way you move. You're compatible with a lot of people under that note, but you're not the kind that will just jump at any opportunity. You're the one that's going to be waiting till everybody's picked for the foosball game, and you're going to take the last and see how it goes. You're going to do things backwards than you would normally do. And by backwards, I mean that you're going to start at a certain point in your life and work backwards. So you're going to work down the list instead of up the list. And then when you end up getting to that list at the bottom, wherever it fits in your life, where you've actually experienced turning someone down for dinner, for turning them down for a date, turning them down, and just keep on turning them down. It feels like it is so many different aspects of you that manifest in this person's personality because of you. So you can either have this work in your favor, or it could blow up and just totally lose everything. So is it something that you want to risk continuing to wait for the perfect match? Because in all reality, the only way you're going to meet a perfect match is if you start at a basic, understanding, and you work together to become a perfect match. You don't just pick one. You just allow it to grow into that. And if things really are that bad at the end of the day, then you know that wasn't meant for you. But allowing them to get to know you, allowing you to get to know them, so there's no jumping into a relationship just because you have to have one, right? So use your common sense when interacting with people. Don't be a tease to people. Be honorable with yourself and keep that dignity and honor present with everything that you do. Because somebody could be seeing something and totally be like, the rumor mill starts to spin. You know what I mean? But you keep it respectful, you keep it, private, and anybody that sees you going on different dates, tell them big deal. It's just dinner. We're just having dinner. It's just like, 2 friends having dinner. Like, hey, you're gonna think whatever you're gonna think, they're gonna think, and regardless of what you say or do, is not gonna change the fact of what they're thinking in their personal thought train. But you know what's really, and you know the truth. So why does it really matter? Because it does, right? Apparently, it does to someone out here that you're going to be going through this with. It definitely does have an effect and a reason for it to be showing up. Okay, so I want to get clarification on the 3 gentlemen. That is, I believe that there's a water sign coming towards you. There is, they could have fire in their chart as well. So it could be a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, or it could be, what is it, a Libra? What is the Earth's energy signs? I have them written down. I think it's Libra, Gemini, and what's the other one? Sagittarius, I think. I'm slowly learning the actual astrological things for that. Alright, so we are down. Okay, so we got 9. Okay, we're going for 9 cards. Alright, let me take 2 more cards for it. What is the message that needs to be heard? There is that Ace of Wands popping up again. And then we have, the vagabond from the relationship that either is going to stick around or he's going to bounce and just go on his merry way. You know, he's a traveler. He's not one person that just set down his roots. He likes to be on the move. Doesn't like to be stagnant for too long. Likes to experience life, go on experiences, seeing the world, through different, avenues of being able to see it is a blessing in itself. And we just had a card slide right off the table. Okay, so we're gonna get a couple more cards here for you. I'm sure that there's a few that they were looking at here that they kind of flipped for me. I have to find out what Nona. Okay, so Nona's back. Hey Nona, what's the message from Nona today? What's your message, Nona? What is the message for Nona?
Not be true.
Okay, so we need 2 more cards spare. We got 1 that popped, and you have the Earth energy. Everybody's actually beginning February with a very positive note. Being in tune with Mother Nature, being in tune with yourself as your internal aspects are balancing you on your actual plane of existence right now. You have a lot of blessings coming your way, a lot of adventures, a lot of opportunities. The world is basically going to be like an oyster for you if you follow through with, taking things and being honorable about them. You'll gain things. You'll gain things of value throughout your period this year. If you keep it, honorable within yourself, you keep it honorable in the energies. Okay, so first card is what do we got here? They've got the 7 of Swords in reverse. Then you have the Death card. So it's all going to be coming to an end. It's all cycling out. We have the Ace of Swords here that shows the new beginning. You have the Wheel of Fortune, or the Wheel of the Year, which is providing information that this could be a bonus year for you. And enjoy it.
Teach me.
My card's back. Okay, so those are floor cards. They don't get to be added. All right. Manual. Yeah, we don't come with manual. Sorry, can't help you there. Can't give you a manual because I don't even have one myself to even go off of. I'm just following life's cues. So this is what is going to be the end result of experiencing this. That maybe these are energies you have to close out to be able to have the Wheel of the Year working in your favor for still keeping your job, keeping your position, and working hard to the details for where you are employed. You are being offered from a higher source or a more knowledgeable source. They're going to be handing you a sword that you can use for your spiritual work. So spiritually, you have a sword. Physically, you don't. It's very complex. And then we have this one card, and that was the Death card for all of it. It all will come crashing down if you're not careful. And that was after the 7 of Wands. You're going to be recognized for something that you've done. You may get caught at something that you're not doing properly. You're being elusive and, what's the word? Not a criminal, but pretty damn close. Pretty damn close. Your name is going to get it's going to get taken through the ringer. But you know the truth. You know exactly what went down at that moment that they want to show you and kind of get you caught for whatever reason. Right? That could be the meaning of the end of, a friendship coming through. I'm going to look at the dark energy that's focusing on you. I still have 3 masculine people. Different energy. Definite different energy. But honestly, to look at the second batch that you get to choose from, it's no better than the first batch that you got delivered in this reading. So you're definitely going to be spending time focusing on getting the right person in your life, and you're going to have to go through quite a few to get there. But you'll never find perfect, but just about as close as you can get to perfect what you can experience. I got mine almost close to perfect except for a couple traits that I didn't order or put on the menu for when I was requesting my soul partner to come through. It was like within 3 months of me actually making that plea to the universe was it delivered to me. And it was actually, we've been together now. We're going on, 7 years now, me and my partner? Or no, we're going on 6, sorry, we just went through our 5th. So we're
understand.
going on to our 6th anniversary. And nobody even thought that we would make it past the first year. So, but I feel that, this is all got to happen. There's going to be men making offers to you. They're going to be very interested in getting to know you. But some of them are just interested in, the typical, wham bam thing. The ma'ams will be very selective of those ones. Stay away from them, except, unless you're actually really falling for the person, you really like the person, kind of do a timeline thing. Tell them, you'll do it after 30 days, or, you want to get to know someone just not on a sexual base notion, but you want to meet them on an intellectual understanding level. You know what you're getting yourself into when you're pursuing the energy. All right, so we're gonna throw these other guys back in here. They can shove back in. We're gonna do the next one. I don't know who's next. I can't see my chat. So whoever is next, I will be radio. Oh, do we have to do the radio thing again? Like seriously? I'm not turning the radio on now. It's like what time in the morning? Seriously, dude. I'm not turning the radio on. Somebody else can and see what song's on. By all means, have fun at it. Have fun doing it. You never know what messages are going to come through just because of the radio. And for my guys telling you the radio, it's time to look at the radio. It's done for reading, so let's see what's in store. I don't even know. Don't even know yet. Don't even know. Okay, so to appease you guys and watch you blow your little heads right off your rocket, we'll turn it on for a quick second.
Please. There was dinner all out and ready.
So there's somebody eagerly trying to approach someone, and they're not going to give in without winning this course of pursuing somebody's energy. Somebody's soul is at stake here, people. This is the kind of song that is going to hit you deep in the core of from, paralysis. It's going to just leave you lifeless. This experience is just going to take your breath away. That this person really wants to be around. Is not letting go very easily. They like the quality of the people or the person that you are. Be yourself. Be true to yourself. And you may end up finding that Prince Charming, at any given time. And he's going to be respectful of you as a woman. He's going to be showering you with gifts. He'll be, buying you flowers. He'll be a true gentleman to you and respect you for that. 100%. Do I want to trade? To have that kind of a husband, I don't have to trade, but I think mine needs a little bit of a wake-up call once in a while. But that's okay, I guess. I'm sure, if it was meant to be, it was meant to be to be spoiled like that. But, I don't really get spoiled a lot, so. I'm too busy doing other things to worry about, going on dates and shit. Oh, thanks. Well, they're not answering your question because they don't have an answer for you. So why would they answer a question they don't have an answer for you? Okay, if you guys can answer the question for this person on my page now that's not going to let up until you give her an answer about something about her life. Give her some reason to believe in you guys, or whether she does or not, that's totally up to her though.
With them.
Yeah, with them. So she's not very optimistic. I'm getting the feeling that she's not an optimist. She's not. So you guys can basically say whatever you want. I'm not too concerned about it. Let Veronica come deal with it. Sure, why not? We'll get Veronica in here and she can deal with it. Answer the questions. And then I'm going to sit and listen to the explanation that Veronica gives. It's going to be interesting.
I stay. Sleep well. 50 people.
Okay, so we've been going for 2:41. Okay, we're gonna take a break. It's been 2 hours again. Almost 3 hours again. Wow. Time is actually flying by, you know that? Do the new managers like Grojo? Is there, his new employment source of employment? He's wondering what they think of him as a worker, if they think good things. He wants to get kind of like a performance report. You guys night, whoever wants to go to bed, you're more than welcome. Stick around. We'll still be here tomorrow, I'm sure of that. But probably I'll start a little bit closer to, 7 or 8. I don't know.
The campus travel one.
I definitely need to have something to eat.
Memorandum. Forward.
Nothing for you, I'm just gonna stop it. So we're gonna take another break.
Alright.
No, he's not jealous. It's just that I don't get to spend much time with him when I'm doing this.
Morning, honey.
Right? What to do though. So we're gonna stop this feed before it gets too long again. If you guys have answers for the questions that were asked, please do so.
Here's fun.
Yeah, I did take an oath. It was too personal to answer those questions and tell me what is the matter.
Fine.
Go. Face. You crack.
As I am. Corey.
Flash. Don't.
What's that cop spirit?
Communication. And that's the way it's moving. Okay, so I'm gonna take a break.